Hi, Rick from Grumpy's. Want to talk a little bit about electrical system today, and we're going to use this scenario. It's in the shop, and it's a good example of one thing leads to another. Customer came in, he said, look, I do my own work. I'm having the problem. My truck won't start in the morning. It turns over slow. I have to charge it or jump start it. A friend of mine told me, and he's a mechanic, told me that the PCM's probably bad. No, that doesn't make sense. PCM doesn't really have anything to do with the electrical charging system on this vehicle. So I said, let's take a look and see what's going on. First thing we do is we check our batteries. We have to isolate our batteries. We talked about that in another video. So we disconnect our batteries from one another and we use a load tester. And this customer replaced one battery. We like to replace them in pairs. When one's weak, it can affect the other one, but he put one in, this battery here. So we tested the batteries, and lo and behold, the brand new battery he put in failed its self-test. It's supposed to be 800 cold cranking amps, failed miserably. So customer told us that he put a battery in and that didn't fix it, so he put an alternator in. Well, so what we did is we checked the alternator for voltage output. It was around 12.78, which is okay. A little bit low, but above battery voltage. So it's working, it's charging. But we got to fix this battery. But what we noticed when we were disconnecting the batteries and taking a look at it, really rotten battery cables. You can see how this one's eroded away, and it's seen its better day. The other end here, we've already cut it apart again, corroded, broken apart. Not terrible in itself, but they were hand tight. We could pull them right off the battery. Bad connection. But the big thing, I think, what started all of this is this battery cable that somebody else put on in the past. It's way undersized, probably half the size of what it's supposed to. If we look, we've got a 2-watt battery cable, which is factory type size. This one's probably 2 gauge. Maybe. I'm thinking this is what you'd use on a 4-cylinder small car. This is a high compression engine, requires 2 batteries, so we need that battery cable. So we're replacing the battery cables. We build our own cables. You can see we've got crimp on ends, heat shrink tubing to seal them, to keep any moisture out. Really high quality stuff. That'll do it. We put a battery in it, battery cables. This guy will be fixed up and ready to go. Thanks.